So hey you guys, in this video we're going to be reviewing Billionaire's Hair. This is by Billionaire Barbie, and I just wanted to support another black owned business, and you can support other hair vendors owned by black women. If you are a black woman selling hair, you can support others, and I typically like to go for the cheap stuff that I could flip. An Instagram live sale, and this is my invoice. I got 6 different starter wigs, and these wigs came at about 125 density a piece, which is not full. That's why she was calling these starter wigs, and all you have to do is add a bundle or a half a bundle, and all the wigs are in deep wave 16 inches. And for these units went for 30 bucks a piece, you guys. So I figured for 30 bucks I could customize them, make them up and flip them, and make double the money that I spent on them. So I'm hoping to get a pretty penny from this investment, but I'll let you guys know how it goes, because I've done something similar to this before and it was very successful. So I just continue to keep going, and it does support her, support me in a way. So these closures on this wig is a 3x3. That's why I was measuring it with the tape, because I knew it was too small to be a 4x4. These are 3x3 Swiss lace human hair deep wave wigs in the 16 inches. Come with 3 combs and adjustable straps, but one of them didn't come with combs at all. Thank God. I'm a hairstylist and a wig maker, and I had those, and all the caps are in the size medium. So if you are big head friendly, you can wear these because they fit on my head, and I have the biggest head. So I'm just showing you guys how I went through all the units, and I did want to say that one of the units had some type of dye, or it's 2 dark spots on at least. I think it was this one. No, it's not this one, but it's gonna flash. One of the wigs has some dark spots on it, and when I went to put the bleach on it, it made the area turn red, and I was trying to find a way to correct it, but I just left it alone, and I'm just gonna charge a cheaper price for it because it's not that bad. You really can't tell. Once the client will be able to go in and put their makeup on, at least he won't be able to tell at all. So that is an easy fix, but that's just courtesy of her. I would, as a business owner, I would have never sent anyone anything that might have had a defect on. This is the one. This closure right here was defected. I would have sold this one at a cheaper price, but it still worked out. But I'm just saying from my point of view. And one of the bundles didn't have any packaging on it at all, which was another problem that I felt like was an easy fix. I've had bundles with no package on it before, and I put it in a sandwich bag and sold it. It's not about presentation, is everything at the end of the day, but I don't know what I was expecting. Like, it came priority. There was no type of business card, no tissue paper or nothing. She literally just put the invoice and my order in a box, and that was it. And I guess that's what I would get, since it was a last minute kind of live sale. But I ordered straight through the website. It'll probably come the decent packaging and everything, but it came exactly a week after she did the sale. So we're gonna put one on this side. See how they got the both combs on sides. So I just had this up here for a reference. And now I'm just going to show you guys how I sew the combs on. Instead of looping the thread over the actual fabric that the comb has to attach to, I'll go in and out. As you can see, there's no looping, so there won't be any extra thread trying to fight through that fabric that's already there. So I just go in and out without looping any thread over it. And I've sewn a couple of combs on wigs in my day. And yes, pretty easy process, but do whatever works for you. But this is how it works for me. I'm gonna go around and cut off all this excess. Starter wigs as well, just with a little more oomph in them. So I will be listing these as 130 density. Yeah, I will be listing all of these units as 130 density because I felt like it was 125 and a half a bundle made in 130. If I had my scale, I would put the wigs on a scale, but I gave my scale to my cousin. Sorry, that's for another story for another day. But I'm just gonna go in. I was showing you guys how I cut the bundle in half, and make sure you, when you cut the bundle in half, you try to pull out that excess hair that will shed, and try to make sure you get the cut clean as possible, which will limit the amount of shedding you will get. And right here, I'm just going around the area that I'm going to part out where I want to put the track, and it's literally a verbatim process. All you have to do is just line your tracks up to the space, cut it and sew it down. And this time I'm sewing it at the top because I only got a 14 and two 12-inch bundles, so these are going to go towards the top since they are shorter than the actual length of the unit. If the bundles were longer than the actual length of the unit, they would go at the bottom, but these are going to the top since they are shorter. half a bundle covered about 4 rows in each wig. So I put literally, I cut the half a bundle 4 different times after I did the initial cut, because I didn't do any type of flip over methods. I just literally cut them to the length of the section and sewed them down. And another thing I have been doing a lot is taking the needle and putting the needle through the thread. Once I start the bundle, once I start my initial sewing, I always put the needle through the actual thread, and that's like also creating a double loop knot on it, so it'll help with the durability of the wig. You guys, I had to do this process on each wig, six different wigs. I think it took me about 3 days to go ahead and customize all 6 wigs. It probably would have been shorter, but I was taking my time, and I sleep during the day. I'm an owl, y'all. I've been possessing a lot of owl energy, and I get more work done at night. So I was literally recording this video right now. This part was probably recorded at 11, 12 o'clock a.m. And yeah, you guys, I've been possessing a lot of owl energy. I get a lot more work done at night, and I sleep better during the day, and it's been helping me. I've been losing weight and everything, and it's just like, if during the day I would be walking around snacking, doing all types of stuff, but if I'm sleeping majority of the day, I don't eat as much. So I probably get about 2 meals and I'm good. And I drink a lot of water. Been drinking my lemon detox water, and trying to find my balance work schedule is good, but since the pandemic, I've just been having a lot more time to do what I really like to do, and that's trying to put my YouTube channel back to, well, not back to, trying to get it to where it needs to go. I've been on YouTube, y'all, before Google even bought it, and I still don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. So that is my main goal this year, is to get my content out so I could get more traffic to my site and things where I need them to be. I just want to say there is a market out there for thinner, low density wigs, you guys. I don't want to say thin because thin has such a negative connotation to it, but low density wigs, there is a market out there for them because a lot of women or men who suffer for hair loss probably wouldn't want as much hair because a lot of wigs do come thick. So if there is someone who doesn't like that much hair, this wig would be perfect for them. I find that a lot of older women will probably like this unit because, like I said, a lot of older people don't like all the hair on their head. And this is the finished product after all the hair has been sold on it. And of course, I'm gonna go in and wet the unit a little bit to get the hair out of the way so the bleach doesn't do anything to those little flyaways. And I just used some quick blue and a 20 volume developer, and I just brushed it on there. And you guys, I find it, if you have bigger knots on your lace, so most likely the Swiss brown lace, if you have bigger knots, use a brush because the brush actually penetrates the lace and gets the bleach through there so they can actually turn. Using a spoon or a spatula doesn't really push the product through, and I find that better when I work with thicker knots. And I'm just going in and separating some hair to cover up the tracks using my Kwanzaa collection wax stick. Shout out to my hairstylist friend Tia Jill. Girl, your wax stick is so bomb. I'm gonna use it every time, every chance I get. So if you guys need a wax stick, hit her up on Kwanzaa collection Instagram. I will have everything. I will have her tagged below. And I also went in with some Fantasia spritz. I'm telling y'all, the Fantasia spritz or any hairspray mixed with the Kwanzaa collection hair stick, y'all see how flat this hair is coming out, right? And keep in mind, this is deep weave hair, and my hot comb is on not 300, on 400 to 450. That's the highest it goes. 450. I want to invest into the ones that go to 5, but they are expensive, especially the bedazzled ones. So I'm just gonna wait till it's my turn, and I'm just gonna go in and put some wax stick on each section in between the section instead of going through the hot comb in each section like I would normally do, like with a 4x4, 5x5, or a 13x4 or 13x6. I'm just gonna hurry up and put all of the product in between the hair and just hot comb it all at one time, and it's gonna get super flat since it's not that much space. guys, I would say that this is Billionaire Barbie's scalpiana technique, but I believe that her technique has plucking in it, and I didn't know plucking to this unit whatsoever. And as you can see, it's giving scalp just on a 3x3 closure. It's giving scalp, and there was no plucking done, and it does kind of look like it was plucked. I'm not even gonna lie. All I did was take the baby hairs down and spray them with some Fantasia spritz and hot comb them down and hot comb the rest of the hair back. So long as you separate, make a good little space in between your baby hairs and the actual hairline with the hot comb, you don't have to pluck your hairline, because as you guys seen before, this hairline was super like one of those hairlines that had the girls like running and screaming and panicking. But it's coming out so good, and all I had to do was bleach the knots. And I know a lot of people don't like the pluck, and I just used a little razor, the same razor that I used to cut the string. I used it to open the box. I used it to cut the baby hairs down some, and the client can style their baby hairs the way they want to. I don't do all of that. I leave that to the client because everybody is different. But yeah, you guys, I was so shocked because at $30 a unit, I was not expecting it to go out with a bang, but it did. Everything came out beautiful, all 6 weeks, except for the one with the defect. Not even tripping, because it was $30, but it should have been 25 or 20 bucks. And I'm just going in with some mousse, that blue mousse. I forgot the name of it, but it's the blue mousse that everybody be using at the beauty store. Not the Nairobi, the other one. By a lot of body. Yeah, a lot of body blue mousse. And I'm just going in and wetting it, but not wetting it too much because I still wanted to have that natural puffy look. And yeah, so, and I don't add that much mousse either. So just a little mousse, a little water, and let it have its natural stance, and it's gonna come out so beautiful. And I did this with 6 different wigs, some of them middle parts, some of them are side parts, and I will guys how those came out at the end of the video. And my last little touches is taking a little mousse and flattening out and getting rid of those flyaways, and this is how it came out.